What's up, Hobby Maniacs? I'm Robbie B, and this is the Hobby Report, your weekly resource to help keep your hobby muscles strong. I have to admit, I did that like 100 times in the mirror, but I think I nailed it that time. All right, so speaking of resources, we have lots of resources for you guys here. That's what it's all about. It's all about the hobby and making it so we can all rise with this great tide that's been kicking off with all these fantastic miniature streamers and figurine streamers out there, and of course Warhammer TV's coming on with all these, who knows what they're doing, but I'm sure it won't suck. So there's a lot going on. Now you can use the command #gallery, and that will get you over to the slow fuse gallery, where you can have a cat jump off your lap, where you can upload your own pictures for works in progress. Now tonight we'd like to take a look at your work in progress chaos miniatures, because I'm sure a lot of you knew this was happening. Probably already picked up some of them sweet T-Sons, or working on some Night Lords, Iron Warriors, Word Bearers, World Eaters. Got that sweet new Karn miniature. So post them up over there, hit gallery, you'll find out more about that right there. And you can also hit !Long War, and that'll give you information for our Facebook page for the Long War Network, where you can add your stream info and share pictures when we're not online and there isn't any other streamers going on in our network, and stay in touch with all the folks that are on these channels. Now, the show currency here is catnaps. I think we all know why. There's 3 ways to get catnaps. You can get them from either throwing us a follow for the first time. Everybody gets one for free. You can also purchase them. They're $5 for one. But there'll be some really sweet stuff here that we will be raffling off in each stream. There's going to be 2 giveaways each stream. After about 30 minutes or so, we will basically give away a sweet prize pack, and we'll put it up after a while, and everybody will kind of know what it is. Now, you also get one for watching the whole stream, which should be about 60 minutes. Now tonight, just for watching, if you stay on past however long we go, I'm going to give everybody one catnap just for watching it, just for helping us, giving us that feedback, and helping us troubleshooting things. Cello, thank you for following us. So tonight's show, we're going to talk about a lot of things. Obviously, the new Thousand Suns are out there. Those guys, I don't know if you've seen the miniatures, but we got them right here. We might take a look at them. We might just talk about them. Don't know yet. Just kind of don't really know yet. We're just playing it. We're just playing it by ear here. We're also going to talk about the Legion rules. So definitely comment in the stream here which Legion rules you think are the best out of the 9 factions. I'd probably say 8, because I'm sure Thousand Suns, unfortunately, as cool as they look, will not be towards the top. But who knows? Maybe there's a combination there we haven't seen yet. And then also, please post up your work in progress chaos models by hitting !Gallery and figuring out where to put those over on Slow Fuse's community gallery there. And if we have time, we might do a little tutorial. Thanks for the follow. We may do a little tutorial. Don't know yet. Don't know how late we're going to go here. It's already pretty late over there in Europe's area. And, well, we got to get some sleep, because we're going to be recording a battle report in the morning for the Long War as well. Juice is coming over, and I think they're doing a big 2,500 point game. So that ought to be pretty dope. So let's go over and see what people are saying in the comments here. Looks like everybody is. Crooked Letter says that I should do a Super Trooper meow scene. That's a great one. I think I'm gonna put it on the list. That's definitely a good one. I was also thinking some Strong Bad, like the Light Switch raid. That one ought to be pretty hilarious as well. Do I look like a cat to you, boy? Oh, Memnor has more catnaps than next level painting. Cello, what's up, man? Make sure that you are saying at Spiky Bits TV, so I can so it pops up in red. It makes it a little easier for for seeing that. Major Dodo, the cat cam, that may be a future addition to the stream here. It's a lot of stuff going on, but I definitely want to do something like that. But it's a lot going on here to keep everything moving and all the parts, and I'm still getting used to everything. I was talking to Kenny today, and he's like, I was like, wait, was you gonna unlock this stuff like one at a time? And he's like, yeah, dog. How do you think we all do it? And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I was like, this is actually pretty cool. Like, I won't lie. Like, I was setting everything up, and I was like, at first I was like, man, this is so much work. But then I was like, it's actually kind of fun because it's like you're setting up your own little like tutorial thing. So I really dig it. But I think the hard part's done. It's just getting all the other things to kind of go together. You know what I mean? So there is that. Now let's talk about,
I'm doing my part too.
I think I need to move that thing because, oh, I know, I will put that over top. Let's see, what is that?
I'm doing my part too.
That is, thanks for the follow, guys. I cannot see your name because I put that underneath. I need to put it ahead of layout followers. That's it. Okay. Wait a minute, we need to move this. Twitch alerts, there we go. Yeah, that's the heat. We're gonna move that to the top. All right, if you're following right now or if you're watching right now and you have not followed yet, I need you to go ahead and click follow right now so I can try that out. Or donate. There's nothing wrong with that either. So as far as donations go, it all stays in here. So we will be doing some giveaways, at least on Monday, in the first official stream. But if you donate now, that's fine too. It'll all go towards there, and you can enter into raffle off. Now we're gonna do, definitely for Monday, we're gonna do 2,000 Suns prize packs, divided up equally between Magnus the Red and some of the other squads, and the Wrath of Magnus book itself and some other squads. There we go. Maddie with the fatty, thanks for following. I love you guys' names. They're so creative.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part too.
Rail21, thank you for the follow. So that's cool. All right, so it's all working here. I'm digging it. Still one more name.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part too.
What's up? Thank you guys for the follow, Mr. Jog. All right, so let's talk about these new Thousand Suns miniatures.
I'm doing my part too.
Man, they just keep coming in. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for following JC Powell 14. All right. So, what are your favorite Thousand Suns models? Has anybody seen Magnus in person? I keep getting these text updates from Barely Tabletop Quality because I gave him a Magnus to put together and paint. And he keeps sending me these pictures of like how big it is compared to a Night Titan and stuff. Has anybody actually seen this on the tabletop? Because like, I know it looks big, but I'm just trying to figure out how big it is. Chapter Master Valorek, thank you for the follow. Let's take a look at some of the kits here themselves. Switch over here to the overhead cam. It works. Yeah. All right. So this is the little overhead cam, so I can jump over here, do little unboxings, and kind of show you guys stuff. We can do some showcases. It's almost a cat cam, I swear. Oh, no, I did not give him a Magnus. I gave him one to paint, so we could do some reviews and showcases and maybe an unboxing and stuff because, well, that it just would be cool, or put him in a battle report and stuff like that too. Yeah, I was actually. It's funny you say that, Rel 21. I was actually comparing him to the Bloodthirster I had here, and the wings seem to be bigger actually. Ironheaded, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dog. Who said they're in Hampton, Virginia? Mr. Jog, you're in Hampton, Virginia. All right. I was actually just driving through Hampton, Virginia the other day on that fantastic 664. All right. So here's the Re-Rip Marines. This is a really cool kit if you haven't seen it already. Now, the one thing I want to point out to you guys, and I don't think I drilled it home as much, the fact that let me see where I can put these. All right, yeah, let's stash them over here. So I don't think I drilled home the fact enough, at least in the unboxing videos, that these Sangors are actually really interesting because Ironheaded, you lived in Newport News? You crazy person. Oh, I can't see. Oh, there it is. Genuine Vision, thank you for the follow. Alright, so the cool thing about this is they give you the instructions for all the hand weapons and everything. And of course, you can give them the little guns, the pew pew guns, and the chain swords and stuff. But the funny part is, remember these? These are like the old school accessory sprues, right? These things are pretty nuts because they're so small, right? And these can just, like, you can print, these can't cost that much money. This is like basically a clam pack. Like 2 of these is like a bigger clam pack, right? But they basically made this to put this with this kit, right? And then boom, they got Sangors. So I'm almost wondering if this was kind of an afterthought for this this particular Sangor kit to port it over to 40K, because if you notice here, these are shields. These have nothing to do in 40K. They're not powered. There's no cords going to it or anything like that. Salt Chef, what's up, man? Thanks for the follow. All right. And what's funny about these is if you look at the copyright, it's really hard to tell, because if you look at a copyright on here, where is it? It is 2016, and the little accessory sprue is 2016 as well. So there's no way to actually tell what happened, right? Well, so these shields are just shields, and then you've got the double-handed blade, axe, thingamabobbers, whatever you want to call them, that are for this kit. So basically, this is literally an Age of Sigmar kit that they just made the 40K, which I think is pretty neat because it's got dual purpose. Of course, all the demons themselves are dual purpose and everything, and it's just really neat to see the flexibility that Games Workshop has with all these kits now. So that's pretty neat. Now, when it comes to the rest of these bad boys, like the Terminators, I like the Terminator kit. Has anybody seen the Terminators put together, or even compared to the Traitor armor, the normal ones, the ones from Forge World? I have some of the Blood Angel ones put together and painted actually, but I have not put any of these together. This is actually probably gonna end up being Patreon stuff. DM Brad, DM, thank you for the follow. Alright, so these aren't quite as iron-headed. Thanks, dog. I'll have to make you give you some mod pirates here in a minute. Alright. The Great White Buffalo. Thank you for the follow. Alright, so these are actually really interesting. Now,
in 3, 2,
oh.
1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
There it is. That's our one and only donation and animation, but it's definitely a doozy. I'm actually gonna make this a lot bigger so it comes in and I can see these. Cause thank you for the donation. Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, pro tip: stay stealth. That's actually James. He's in my living room, and that was his idea for that that animation. I was thinking about it the other day. He's like, bro, and that's literally how he talks. He's like, bro, you gotta do the free card giveaway, and I'm like, oh, word. That's a really good idea. And of course, I went and I figured out how to do it today. That's what we were doing this afternoon. All right. So, anyways, back to the T-Sons. These guys can only go together really one way. And the thing you want to look out for, the gotchas, of course, is that the legs are numbered and go right with each other. Now, you don't have to worry about the arms as much or anything like that because they only go together in a certain way. But be careful with these combi bolters, putting those together because they're 2 parts, left and right. Everything else seems to be pretty solid and pretty fluid. And the real only customization is the front tabards of this stream does need more Rick and Morty. I agree with you. Still one more name. And just the staff. So other than that, it's pretty easy. It's a nice, neat little kit that's easy to use. and I think it'll go together well. Now, whether we see a lot of these guys on the tabletop, that remains to be seen. Now, the Rupert Marines themselves,
I'm doing my part too.
Jimmy Bergstrand, thank you for the follow there. Now, the Rupert Marines here, these guys are actually pretty dope. There's
I'm doing my part.
Theon916, thanks for the follow, dog. What up, Salblock? It's true, Dark Sign. It's a Spiky Bit stream. It is true. This is happening. There's no more fighting it. Actually, funny story. I've been working on this off and on since like October, and then my lead developer on the website was like, all right, well, we're gonna roll out the new website, and I was like, this is like the worst time to do it, but okay. And then pretty much it was like 4 weeks of trying to make it work, and we just got the cache fixed today, believe it or not. If you're having any problems logging into the Hall of Veterans, or just in general, Dark Scion, thank you for the follow. Or if you're having any issues just in general, well, it should be fixed now, fingers crossed, for goodsies. But I obviously reserve the right to deny and make false accusations, of course. So here's this kit here, very easy to put together. Now, the true gotchas on this, of course, are the legs. They're 2-part legs, so make sure that you cut them off in pairs. Obviously, this stuff's so complicated these days, but not as complicated as the game itself. You really need to read the instruction manual. It's not like the old days where us veterans, we could just and be like, oh, this arm goes with this arm. It doesn't work like that anymore. It is the worst. Then over here, everything's pretty standard between shoulder pads, the front tabards. Now, you want to make sure if there's a little power cable going to the back that you line it up with the back one. There are some gotchas there, but I think that's just common sense. And then the arm sets as well. Obviously something you want to slow down and take your time on. There's 10 sets of heads and 2 different champion heads. So a little bit of customizability there. And the champions themselves, or the champion himself, is a little bit customizable. Now, this fruit is pretty dope because it's got all those extra flamers that you can use, because everybody can come with one for I think like 7 points or something like that, which puts them up to around 30 points total. And that's a lot. Weapon count, well, there's 10 of the bolters, and there's 10 of these flamers. There's 1 of the roto cannon, and that's pretty much it. I think the sorcerer has his force weapons, and you can have different toppers. There's actually a neat little bit right there that you can put. It's the icon that you can put on the backpack too. So there's a little bit more than normal, but it's a pretty dope kit. I mean, it's 3 pieces, and the reason I thought this was going to be $40 at first is because normally if it was only 2 sprues, but there's so much stuff in here that I understand why they kind of had a. Oh yeah, there is 9 because yep, you're right. That was an off the cuff count. Of course, I was wrong, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Now, the kit that I really dig, before we get to Big Daddy Magnus the Red, is the Exalted Sorcerers, because there's like 6 different poses kind of, but really it's just 3 main poses. These guys here, so you have one on disc, one kind of jumps you up scene, and one just kind of walking along, right? But what's cool about it is that there's a whole bunch of different kind of poses with the staff. Like you got the I have the power, and then you got the go that way, and then on the back you got the guy shooting pool right there, and some other stuff too. So this, I think, is where the money's at, is if you're looking for value and you're looking for flexibility, because you can make 3 dudes for $60 retail. And let's face it, most of us don't pay retail for stuff because, you know, we can get it at our local game store and things at, you know, usually a little bit of a discount. But even then, $20 a model in this day and age really isn't that bad. Now, this just looks like pretty much what the underneath of my desk looks like. A hot mess of cables freaking everywhere. I don't even know how the cats jump around underneath there. But they do, and God bless. So the one things that you can make out in this is the capes, which pair up exactly to the legs themselves, right? So depending on which set of legs you're using, which you can see in this little schematic, you can kind of see how the cape will kind of form around it. Like right here, this forms around the dance revolution guy right there, or this guy that's striding forward like, yeah, well, then that one goes right around that. It's pretty cool. This is probably the kit to get. If you're like, you know what, I'm not really into Zinch, but I really want to get some of these models. Which kit should I get? My pick, and feel free to chime in, is this kit right here. Co-Rock. Thanks for the follow. This would be my pick right here because, again, it's 60 bucks. It's a little pricey, but Mont DJ, thank you for the follow. But what's cool about this kit is that you can use it. And we know Chaos Legions is coming, Traitor's Legion, and we know that there will probably be a role in most of those legions for Sorcerer. So this is dope. This is probably where most people will pick up. And I imagine these will go out of stock. Now, there's one other kit before we get to Big Baddie, and that's Airbrushing. And I actually didn't open this one yet. I gave the other one to Lucas at Barely Tabletop Quality Paint to paint on him and Magnus the Red, so we can, because I imagine Airbrushing will be kind of playing a pivotal role in a lot of battle reports and stuff we do here at Long War, so I want to get those painted up pretty quick. Now here he is. Now this is only one pose. It pretty much only goes together one way, except for you have the option to not put him on the disc, right? So that's pretty cool. Now he's got the black staff. You know, they stayed true to the styling. Very, very, I want to say it's a robust update. You know what I mean? It's Deadbox Neg 100. Thank you for the follow. This is a very robust update. Right around the lines of Karn and Eldrad, they stayed true to the original. I mean, you can see the form on the backpack right here. You know, this is like the old backpack. The staff stayed the same. The head stayed the same. You know, he's got basically the same
3,
styling.
2, 1.
Oh, true smash.
5 o'clock free crack giveaway.
You guys got to leave me some suggestions in the comments of more of the emotes for the donation as well, because I need some ideas. Now, of course, I'm gonna take it back old school on some of these. Like, I got some ideas in my head that I just gotta do because, like, there's so much cool stuff from the 80s and 90s, stuff that, well, you know, my buddy Kenny Boucher might not know about or ever have known about, that I feel like some of us can appreciate. Also, spoiler alert, not our first stream next Monday, but the stream after that will be a special birthday stream here at Spiky Bits, and we might do a thing where you can buy me a shot, and I'll probably be wasted by the end of it, and it'll be awesome. Nothing bad will happen, I swear. So this is a great update. Again, it's one of those multi-part sliced kit. Oz Pete, thank you for the follow. It's one of those multi-part slice kits, so some of this really doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can see the shoulder pad is split into like 2 parts. Where is it? I don't know. It's on here somewhere, but it's split into like 2 parts. It doesn't make any sense. And then also, like, his back and his head. But if you wanted to just do like the staff or the backpack or something like that, or even put the head on a different model, well, you could. It's pretty dope. So there's that. Now, our big build-up was to this bad boy right here, Magnus the Red. Now, I've seen pictures already via Lucas at Barely Tabletop Quality. And quizzed her again. What time is it over there? You gotta tell me. So this is, of course, Magnus, and he is at least as tall without the wings on as a Night Titan that I've seen. I've personally seen a picture of it through the Spiky Bits Cat Network. Now, what I like about this is it's got that little collector box kind of thing right here when you slide it out. Oh, well, I did it wrong. Just like Alariel. Ah, there he is. So he's got, if you do it right, you get this sweet, dope collector's box, which you can put on the shelf and throw this retail piece of crap away. Grazer6, thank you for the follow. And then you get into the actual kit itself, which is fantastic. Now, this is a full color instruction manual. There's so many So many steps in here. His hair is like 5 parts. The wings are actually 4 parts, believe it or not. It's just crazy. Now, the cool thing about this is it has multiple options for his head. Even his little, like, we'll go at princess crown. He has a little princess crown because he likes ribbons in his hair and he wants to kiss all the space holes. And also for his staff, or if you just want to do like the glaive kind of thing right there. It's pretty dope. 1300L. I don't know if that's, what is that, Lima? What is that? 1300 in the morning. I feel like you're a time traveler. You're actually ahead of us right now. I don't think that's fair. All right, so there is all of that. Now, of course, there's the Wrath of Magnus book itself. Ooh, let's do some dice rolling. Ah, this isn't open. Ah, the worst. Where are my dice? Oh, here they are. All right. So these, these are actually pretty cool. They don't feel like they roll the same, like I was saying in my video, but they're still pretty dope. They're very cool looking. Now, of course, they went and put the symbol on the 6, and that is a 1. Now it's really dug in there. I don't know if you can see it, but they really etched it out. So let's do a couple of test rolls. Boom, 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 boom. Here's 12 dice. Let's see what we get. Hey, that's not a bad roll. All right, let's do it again. That was actually right about average.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Sin 4 Games 69. Thank you for the follow. These actually are rolling pretty high right now. That's a good roll. That's a good roll of 12 dice right there. I mean, if you got 20 bucks and you're a 1,000 Suns fan, this probably isn't a bad pickup for you, right? Wow, that was actually a good roll too. All right, I'm liking these. I've changed my mind. I have officially super liked these dice. So that is all of the new products, except for the actual book itself, which we're not going to get into because we're going to do a complete tips and tactics series on that one here soon.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Thank you for the follow. I don't know how to read that language, but but thank you. It seemed like they were rolling average, so I would definitely go with that, saying that they're pretty average there. There you can see the rest of the products on your screen. There's some XL paints. I'm sure we all saw that fantastic video from Warhammer TV of them pumping up some iron. They're really doing some good stuff over there. I super really appreciate what they're doing with all that. And then of course the dice and the paints. Haven't messed with the paints yet, but I imagine they are pretty good, and we'll see some tutorials out from GW as well in the near future. Now, who wants to talk about some Chaos Legions? Genuine Vision, thank you for the host. Alright, let's talk about these bad boys right here. Actually, before we do that, we got any pictures over here? Let me go take a look real quick. See if anybody's posted anything. Nobody's posted any work in progress pictures. I feel like you guys have not started working on Chaos yet. Very sad. Very sad. Maddie with the fatty, don't you hate on the Chaos Legions? You guys are crazy. Alright, let me pull out my digital book here and see what's popping off. So, what Legion do you like and why? Because we need to talk about that, just so we can make fun of you when we get to it. And everybody disagrees with you, because that's what America is all about. Oh, I'm supposed to what am I? Oh, reshare? Kenny, I cannot read your writing. Oh, I was supposed to hit refresh. Okay. Major Dota, thank you for the host.
In 3, 2, 1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Still one more thing. Thank you for the donation. Dude, it just cracks me up every time I see it. Moosehead Studio 86, thank you for the follow. All right, well, let's go take a look at some pictures Kenny put up in the gallery because you guys are killing me with no chaos. Bunch of haters. I don't know if you can see. I got my chaos in the case right there. A couple of Iron Warriors, not too many. All right, let's check out that. Oh wait, we gotta put these together. Thank you for the host, Crooked Letter. Slow fuse. There we go. Alright. Let's see how this works. So, you might remember these guys, the Gore Chosen. They're pretty dope. Kenny put these up on a raffle or a bid. Oh no, it was a top donator giveaway right here. And I think Stoner Steve got these mostly so he could kill Jesse in the arena. I have to admit, I saw these going for like super cheap, and I was like, oh man, I might be able to sneak in here and snag these up for like $100. And then y'all got crazy. Y'all got super crazy with this. I was like, holy cow, $400. I mean, don't get me wrong, because Kenny's a fantastic painter, and I expected them to go for a lot. But man, don't get me wrong either. Like, I would jump in there and pay $100 for those as well. Kenny, you do finally get to be in the work in progress gallery. It's true. All right, let's go check out this other one. And I didn't have to approve them because you already approved yourself. So I feel like there's a conflict of interest. These was a commission that Kenny did, of course, with that fantastic gray he does and all of the gold trim and everything. What was this? Was it the Dread Mob? No, not the Dread Mob. The Brutes something. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying there. Kenny always does fantastic work. And I'm sure whoever's hands these ended up in look amazing. Thank you for that refresh, Ironhead. Alright, let's jump back in. Talk about some Traitor Legions. Okay. So, these guys are dope. Like, I feel like Games Workshop. Now, first of all, these are still technically rumors. The what was it? The one Combat Patrol. What's the name of these guys? Combat Phase podcast posted up these. Supposedly the rules. They got an advanced copy. They had announced earlier in the week that they had the book and they would be doing a podcast on it. They've already recorded their podcast. They're supposed to be putting it out, so look for that over on their site. I think it's Combat Phase. Actually, let me open this up just to be sure. I don't normally put links in. It's combatphase.com. So check out combatphase.com when they get that up. I'm sure we'll hear all about it. But until then, this is all technically still rumors, but I mean, it goes right along the same lines as the Thousand Suns and how their detachment works. So I seriously doubt it's a fraud. There might be some transcription errors, perhaps, which is fine. I mean, not everybody gets it. Rogue428, thank you for the follow. Good to see you, buddy. That's Mike Haspel, in case you guys don't know. All right. So first off, the Vindicator and Predator formations are back out of Traitor's Hate, so that's going to be good to see. Now, overall, every Legion has 6 exclusive Warlord traits, which some are good, some are bad. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. First of all, you gotta. Word Bears got shafted. Oh, I don't know if anybody got shafted. I think some people got a little bit better than others, but just the fact that we got chaos, it's dope. All right, so each have 6 exclusive Warlord traits, artifacts, in general, tactical objectives, and then rules for army-wide rules for their Legion detachment. And it would definitely probably be a thing if they reroll their Warlord trait thing. You know, that's always like a secondary command benefit. So first up is going to be the Black Legion. And I got some fancy graphics here. Because why not? It's not quite Black Legion, but it's close enough. Sons of Horus, whatever. So these guys, I gotta admit, what do you guys think about Black Legion? Because Gothmog, Lord of Balrogs, Evan Valdyke says he likes Black Legion the most. Why do you like Black Legion the most? What did you see that I did not see it? Interrupt Speed, thank you for the follow. I would assume that you are a Magic player in the past or currently. Or was. I guess interrupts really aren't a thing anymore, huh? So while Evan Valdyke comes on with all that, Black Legion is the Ultramarines of Chaos. Aww. Aww. That ain't right. Now, I think Crucible of Lies came back over and the Hand of Darkness as well. I'm not really seeing, I mean, of course, I like double strength, AP1, insta death. Like, who doesn't, right? But Armor Bane, Flesh Bane, all that stuff. It's 50 points, though. Let's be honest. It's 50 points. Like, how often are we really going to see that? And I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence right now with that one. The Last Memory of Eurythros. The gains 1 mastery level. The new spell must be Sunburst. I believe we've seen this before. Sounds very familiar, if you know what I'm saying. Let's see. The Spear Tip looks pretty decent, but nothing is super standing out to me. I mean, this is just going to be like, you know, I think you guys nailed it. It's basically the Ultramarines of Chaos. You know, when you buy a generic box set, they're always going to be painted Black Legion. They need that. It's like the reverse of Wolverine. Like, Wolverine comes on, chaotic couples. Thank you for the host. Wolverine comes on the scene, he either gets beat down or he does damage to the enemy, and then you're like, oh, well, that's how good it is. And that's kind of where we're at with Black Legion. Again, maybe you guys, here comes Evan. He says, from what I took away from the rumors, you can fit Legion rules into any type of detachment. So you can make a Legion CAD and OPSEC. Chosen.
I'm doing my part too.
Chosen and Terminators is nice. Yeah, I do like the Chosen, and I do think that you can mix and match these guys formation and CAD wise, but again, sight unseen, it's hard to say. So I'm trying not to super speculate on that. But Sadlock, you want me to go deep on that? I'm not sure how much time we're gonna have. We might only get to like 5 of these legions tonight, but it is what it is. Yeah, we'll talk about them. All right, so the Last Memory is 30 points. Psycho only gains 1 mastery level, and the new spell must be Sunburst Pyromania. You declare range 12-inch charge, Warp Charge 2, 18-inch range charge 3 if you use like a straight shot kind of thing. The Skull of Karengar, you gain Eternal Warrior and Adamantite Will, which is probably not too bad for 40 points. That's the same as the old Salamander Cloak from, I think, the Armageddon Codex that we all know and love if you played way back then. The Spine Shard Blade is Strength of User, AP3, Melee, Daemon Weapon, Quicksilver, +1 Initiative, and Close Combat. I kind of think that's garbage. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but AP3 just doesn't tickle my pickle these days. The Crucible of Lies is 25 points, -1 toughness, but you can reroll invulnerable saves of 1, making you 1,000 Sun. Hey, how about that? Situational? Maybe there's some crazy combo out there that somebody's going to come up with and everybody's going to be like, oh my god, you got to take Crucible of Lies. But for right now, I don't know. You know what I mean? Apparently we're being raided by Chaotic Couples Gaming. That's my buddy Zeb. He does a lot of video game streams, so make sure you hit ! raid and fend them off with a bunch of cats. Peace cats. It's all about peace, bro, and cats.
I'm doing my part too.
Quaza 9875, thank you for the follow. Then there's the Eye of Night, once per game. In place of the shooting phase, you have an infinite strength 5, AP4, heavy 1, large blast, haywire, maelstrom, ignore cover, 1 use only shot. For 75 points. That's what I think of that. Oh no. I don't know, something's wrong with the cat command. There you go. Get him still one more name. Alright, so that is the artifacts for these guys. The army-wide special rules are... Let's see, where is all that? I think it was just the guys being.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
What is it? I've completely lost it. I think I lost this line of text. I thought it was where you get Chosen and Terminators as troops. Yeah, they are. First among traitors, Chaos Termies and Chosen are troops. I did not bold that in red for some reason, but that's pretty important to notate. Alright, so thank you for the follow, Wolfenite Game and PSI Bound. Show me your boobs. Hi, Rob. Hi, back. I guess we're getting raided here, and I completely set up the cat raid defense system incorrectly. So we'll you cannot ignore the turds. I'll tell you what, I can't. When you eat gluten, I can't ignore my turds either. That's for sure. All right. Alpha Legion is up next, and I feel like there's at least one person on the stream that is near and dear to their heart because they love playing those guys and actually paint them quite well as well. So first off, they have the forward operative special rule, which is it's okay. Chosen become troops again, and the cultists gain infiltrate, which is exactly what we saw way back in the day. Their cultists actually had infiltrate. Well, they were the only guys with cultists, and they had infiltrate, or was it the word bearers? I think it might have been the word bearers. It's hard to remember all this stuff when you have as many additions crammed into your brain as I do. Either way, this is very similar to what it used to be before. So that's pretty neat. Now they also have this warlord trait that they can gain infiltrate once per game. You can swap positions like the psychic power without a psychic power, and from turn 2 you can pick a reserve unit to come on auto for each turn. Stealth warlord and cultists within 12 inches get furious charge and feel no pains 6+. So there's some really good warlord traits in here. I could really see this comboing pretty well, right? Oh, it was Alpha Legion. Okay. Yay, I remember things. I actually have the codex right down there. I should have brushed up on it before the stream. There's so much to do, so much to do. The relics, we'll go a little deep on that. The Mind Veil is 30 points. The start of your move, you move 3d6 immediately, and you can take you from combat, and an enemy cannot consolidate. You could see that being a little abusive, but it's very Alpha Legion-y. The Blade of the Hydra is 30 points. Strength of User, AP5 melee, demon weapon, rending, multi-headed. Every roll of 6, used to generate another attack. These do explode until you don't roll a 6. So kind of something we would expect from Khorne. Don't know what that's about, but it's really interesting for 30 points. Now, of course, it's AP5, so it's kind of like just a strength in numbers kind of thing. But it still could be pretty good, I feel like. Alpha Legion aren't true chaos. Aww. Haters gonna hate. Then they've got, what else? Viper's Bite, 24-inch strength 5, AP2 rapid fire.
I'm doing my part too.
White Shades, thank you for the follow. And Hydra's Teeth, it's a 15-point bolter that gets blast, ignore, cover, and poison 2. Now, not sure how crazy that is, but not seeing if I guess I just assume it has the normal bolter stats, so we'll just go with that, and it's decent. Icon of Insurrection 25 gives friendly cultists within 12 inches zealots. Zealot is delicious. It's a very good rule to be throwing out like that. Now, army-wide hidden deployment. All non-vehicle units are shrouded first turn. I think we can all appreciate how good that is. And Cult Uprising, cult units destroyed on a 4+, go back into reserves. So, oh, they back on 4. Okay, so on a 4+, very similar to Genestealer Cult, these guys can come back. Now, they're not nearly as crazy as Genestealer Cults in the way they function, but being able to get them back, that's pretty cool. All right, so we got time The corpse dude. Viking Teabagger, I'm sorry you did not get notification of a stream again. I don't know what's going on. I just press buttons. I'm just pressing buttons. I could see the Alpha Legion being one of the best, most competitive, but I feel like Slanesh has got some really cool stuff too. You know what I mean? I really feel like it does. Sarvargo, thank you for the follow. Demon weapon bladed a Hydro? It is a demon weapon, yes. So what legion do you guys want to see next? What are the next? Let's vote. Next 2 legions. We'll do 2 more on here. Thanks, my man. Yeah, it was a I don't know what's going on. I had to restart my computer in like 2 days because I had everything open, and I was like, you know, scrambling to get everything done, and I was just like, you know, like, and then we opened up the bot, and it was just like, poof, and I'm like, no. Oh, we got a lot of votes for Emperor's Children and Death Guard. Wow. No love for the Iron Warriors except for one. Makes me sad. So sad. I know I do have to do Iron Warriors. So torn. So torn. Alright. We'll do Iron Warriors and Emperor's Children. Let's see. What we got? Iron Warriors. So if you don't know by now that I play Iron Warriors, or I had played Iron Warriors in the past, well, they're my first love. That was my second painted army, fully painted army. My first was actually Black Templars. There's a picture of it in the slideshow that's at the start of each show as we count down to actually starting. These guys took a tremendous amount of effort, pretty much a whole month straight of painting, and that was before all the Vallejos, all the army painter paints. Actually, I think I used Vallejos on them, and that was like I saved a lot of time with the yellows and such. And the hobby was completely different 15 years ago. And as you can see over there, I still have a lot of them. Well, I still have all of them, but I updated a few by airbrushing and making them a little bit more tighter, a little bit more updated to my current like kind of paint scheme. You know, the whole like airbrush thing, go back and tighten it up kind of type deal there. Let's check the chat real quick. Yes, we will do Iron Warriors. What happened to Perturabo in 40K? That is a good question. That is a very good question. Now, he is a demon Primarch. I guess he's just chilling at his base. He doesn't seem to have a lot of current novels about him. Everything's like all 30K era. Just fly into the black hole and come out the other side, and then stuff, you know, like there's a lot of cool stuff with them, but they're gonna play a bigger part, you know, of course, in the whole Siege of Terra and all that mess there. So let's talk about the Iron Warriors. So they do get a nifty rule where they can get hatred against the Imperial Fists. I mean, not a lot of people playing Imperial Fists out there. I guess it'd be a little bit better if it was like against White Scars or something like that, I suppose, or even Space Wolves, or maybe Dark Angels. But obviously, that's not
In
the
3, 2, 1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
I will never get tired of seeing that. Gosmog, thank you for the donation, my man. You get you one fantastic catnap. Don't spend them all in one place. Alright, so we got Obliterators and Mutilators as troops. Now, I don't know about you, but Obliterators are definitely good. And Mutilators, not so much. We did play with them at Adepticon and with Karn actually, and they did some work, but they're very finessey. You're not going to see those in the competitive format. I remember this first time I smoked crack. It's Tyrono holding the flyer with the Long War logo on it. That would be pretty. That would be way beyond my abilities. No, he is not. But that would have been awesome. It actually says free crack giveaway on the flyer. You know, I did not, Sadlock, I did not compare the Black Legion artifacts, but they look and they sound exactly the same as stuff we've seen in the past. My laptop was actually charging up, or my iPad was charging up, so I couldn't check that one there. The
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part too.
Dirty Sheets Mesquites. Thanks for the follow, dog. Yeah, Kenny says they are. I figured they were. They sounded way too similar there. So Obliterators and Mutilators as troops. Amazing. The Warlord trait, Feel No Pain and Fearless, and give your terrain peace +1 cover. We all know what that sounds like. Some Tech Marine madness right there, a Warsmith, whichever you want to call them. Another one is Friendly Obliterators within 12 can fire twice in consecutive shooting phases. I feel like we've seen that rule in a formation here recently. Warlord and unit have split fire and counterattack while in cover. Yes, please. Friendly vehicles gated will not die within 6 inches of the Warlord. Another very cool one there. Relics. These have not been printed before because Iron Warriors literally haven't had any rules in like 15 years. War Preacher. It's a Warpsmith can possess a vehicle and turn it each turn as demonic's possession of vehicle equipment. Kind of cool, I guess, depending on how it's worded and how it actually works. Not sure if it's worth the points yet. Nest of Mech Serpent, 20 points. Warpsmith only in a challenge. Resolve first 2 hits. Normally, if both hit, remainder of attacks have instant death. That sounds very much like a certain piece of war gear that the dinosaurs have. The Chaos Dinosaurs, of course. Dinobots. Right. Axe of the Forge Master, 25 points, Strength +1, AP 2, Melee, Armor Bane, Mastercrafted, Unwieldy. K Peril, thank you for the follow. That, I like the Axe of the Forge Master. I mean, anything that is plus Strength and an AP, even if it's just AP 2, it's good. And for 25 points, I would expect to see that on on a lot of characters out there. Flesh Metal, Exoskeleton, Armor 2+, and gains It Will Not Die.
In 3, 2, 1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Oh, it does look like the Long War logo. Thank you for the donation, Rogue428, aka Mike Haspel. Rule 347 says, "Hey Rob, I think I know who that is. I think I know who you are." Yes, that does look like the Long War logo. I believe it is the Sunburst that says free instead of taking credit for putting the Long War symbol on there, which I wish I had that technical expertise. Yes, I do. Cranium Malleus, 30 points. At enemy shooting phase, enemy vehicles within 2d6 of Baer suffer automatic haywire hit, no cover allowed. I don't know how I feel about that one. Siegebreaker Mace, 25 points. Strength 2, AP 4 concussive, Mastercrafted Siegebreaker. Strength 10, AP 1 attack melee. I don't know what that means. If it's just a single attack at Strength 10, AP 1, or they're always AP 1. Obviously, I feel like if they're always AP 1, it wouldn't be 25 points. Got to see some better wording on that one right there. Tell me what you guys think there. Oh, Rust for the Rust God, down with Magnus. You guys are crazy. Alright, Army-wide special rules. Master Annihilation. Barrage and Word Weapons. Word Weapons, I don't know what that is. Can choose to reroll Scatter Dice. Intractable Brotherhood, all non-vehicle are stubborn, or in Fortification gain Fearless instead. And then it just goes into their formations and such, which I'm sure we know what those are by now. Alright, let's take a look at the chat. Rogue428 is still picking fights with all of the Chaos players. I think Siegebreaker Mace gives you the choice of dumping all your attacks for a Strength 10 AP 1. Now, I like that gamble, but I would like it more if you had a way to reroll to hit. You know what I mean? Because dumping all your attacks and doing absolutely nothing is the same feeling as rolling a 1 on a demon weapon and not getting to swing. And that's always just hilarious. I mean, chaos taketh and chaos giveth, but nobody likes to roll 1, and nobody likes to get super penalized with their big baddie rolls in, and then you can't attack. That is the suck. You know what I mean? So yeah, it could be a smash mace. I could definitely see that mechanic kind of working there. Is Chaos going to get something similar to the Hunter's Eye? I think there was some sort of mechanic. I know there's obviously a spell that does that, but I forget exactly, to be quite honest. Processing a lot of information over the past several days. Let me click on this tab here. Oh, let's see how it works. No, that tab. That tab right there. Click it. Okay. So we're gonna close out the show with the Emperor's Children, which I think is one of the big winners out of this one, because I know we called it on the podcast and we said they probably get their combat drugs back. And sure enough, it looks like they might, right? That's pretty dope. So if you do take a special character, you must take Lucius the Eternal. And for that, I apologize, because it doesn't look like he gets a new data sheet. They listed the data sheets that are in here, and he's still Lucius the Eternal Saki, unfortunately. But you can put things with Marcus Slanesh, which are pretty dope. Psychers and Demons can take full from the Slanesh Expanded Discipline, which I guess we could bonus round talk about on here as well. Yeah, combat drugs, that's what's up. So they gained army-wide Fearless and Feel No Pain 6 up, unless the unit has an Icon of Excess, and then it becomes Feel No Pain 4 up. Now, that is huge. That is the way Feel No Pain used to work way back in the day. Blood Angels were the pioneers of the 4 up. I think Word Eaters actually had it first in a 3rd edition 3.5 book, but I can't remember if it was a 4 or a 5. I want to say it was a 5. It was definitely worded wonky, not like it is now. But let me tell you what, 4 up it's that fire. That's the shit you want. You can do some crazy stuff with that. Master Cacophony, the Noise Marines are troops to be expected, right? I would love to see some new bits for those bad. I mean, can you only imagine what they could do with a Noise Marine? Judging by the Thousand Suns, what they could do with a Noise Marine plastic box set. Like, just think about it. Like, crazy, like, gargoyles and, like, tubes that interconnect to do absolutely nothing but produce more sound. Just, like, it's basically, like, the closest they can be to an orc with, like, stuff everywhere, like, all over the guns. And then they got, like, those grills, and they have all sorts of different grills and little demon, like, predator mouths. And, like, there is some serious hobbying opportunity for these guys right here. I need to change my logo. Let's get that logo. Girl, get that logo. There it is. Again, not the Chaos one, but it's close enough. Gabriel, the Noise Marines did. They had pewter upgrade parts that you could put on the old plastic models. And you could probably still find some of them, not from GW, but on the secondary market. Or you can buy the Forge Roll ones, the Cacophony Marines, which aren't Chaos symboled everywhere, but they're still pretty dope to see, for sure. Yeah, the walking boombox Space Marines. What was it? They had that piece of war gear you could put on the Rhinos, and I think that was like the first time. It was basically the first instance of like it was a thing. It was, well, first of all, it was a negative to their leadership, so I remember that. And then they had a thing where you could do it where you wouldn't get Overwatch, and that was pretty cool too. No, they never had their own models. It's always been like upgrade kits kind of type deals. Yeah, the old pewters were. They had like Blastmasters and Sonic Blasters, and then they had the one piece that you could get. It was like this backpack with all like these organs and you know, like church organs, but it's just like pipes with like, yeah, they looked okay. They looked okay for the time. For 2003, they looked dope. There you go. There's a link. Yeah, the Dirge Caster. That's it. Thank you, Evan. You know what I was talking about. So that is the army-wide stuff. Now the warlord traits, it gets even better. You can gain +2 initiative and 1 to all feel no pain of the warlord in his unit. So you can have a warlord and his unit run around with, I guess, a 3-up feel no pain, which there's no rules to say you can't do that unless, you know, something in the rule itself, like 1,000 Suns, you know, there's a specific reroll and it can never be, their invul can never be better, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if this is a thing with Sinesh yet, or there's a caveat in here anywhere, but as far as I know, that's perfectly legal. You just, you know, the whole thing about a 1 always fails kind of type deal, but that isn't abusive here yet because there isn't a whole lot in Chaos that gives you feel no pain up until this point. So I feel like that's not going to be a super issue yet, because on the combat drug chart there isn't that either. Uploading a photo. Okay, let's see. I guess I have to keep hitting refresh. Oh, cool. We got some stuff in the gallery there. All right, we'll come back to that in a second. Okay. So, as far as the relics go, we've got Intoxicating Elixir. Ooh, sounds delicious. 25 points, make D3 rolls on combat drugs. Now, there isn't an explanation in here super, like, I guess it's like, you can infer that it's kind of like a roll after deployment for all your non-vehicles. I don't know if it's per unit or if it's army-wide, but this lets you make D3 rolls on combat drugs cumulative. So if that's army-wide and you get to make D3 rolls, well, obviously you kind of see where this is going. If it's squad-based, well, you're gonna have to bust out your paper, start doing your 40K homework, and, you know, record all this stuff down so you don't have any feel badsies for your opponents, and they're seeing it's almost like your separate, like, combat drug phase outside of your, you know, psychic power phase and like all this stuff. It starts to get crazy. Then you've got
I'm doing my part too.
J-Flow Killer, thank you for the follow. Alright, so then you've got Shriek Wave, which is 20 points. It's a 12-inch range gun, strength 8, AP2, assault D6. It has a special rule called Mental Trauma. Before attack targets leader, you have to take a leadership test, and if you fail, to reroll to wound. So if they fail, you get to reroll to wound against them. For 20 points, it's a short range, but you know how I feel about some AP2. Love me some AP2. Assault D6, I feel like that's why it's priced at 20 points. There's a lot of weird rolling mechanics here to make it work, but if it does, it could definitely put the hurting on a particular squad there, right? Soul Snare Lash. It has a special rule, I guess. It's called Soul Snare. Wounds of a 6 is AP2 instant death if range. 6-inch range on the weapon, strength 4, AP5, assault 2, Soul Snare, or melee. So it's double use. AP5, not gonna really do anything in close combat there at AP5. Endless Grin. For 10 points, you have fear. Enemies within you less than initiative 6 are -1 leadership. Well, we all kind of know how fear goes, but the -1 leadership I feel like is good if you want to spend 10 points to take it. Bolts of Ecstatic Vexation. Bolter gains blast. Bolt weapons gain blast, ignores cover and pinning. Now I'm not sure how many dudes you can put that on. I mean, it's a relic, so I guess just one. But man, that's pretty good. Bliss Giver, 30 points, AP3, Catatonic Trance, target must pass leadership test per wound or die. At AP3, it might be cool. Probably not for 30 points though. I don't know. Feel free to weigh in on how you feel about those particular pieces of war gear there as we talk about the combat drugs. Now here's what the rumor is. Roll after deployment for all your non-vehicles. On a 1, it's +1 weapon skill. On a 2, it's +1 ballistic skill. On a 3, it's +1 initiative. On 4, it's +1 strength. 5, +1 toughness. 6, +1 attack. So kind of average, but getting them is cool. And getting 1 is kind of like a freebie, right? But now you start comboing that and getting D3 army-wide. Well, you can see where those stock Chaos Marines really start to shine. And for their points, can definitely do some work. And then they have objectives, Tactical objectives, no big deal there. And their core choices, nothing too crazy. Apparently if you take 6 noise marines, you also get +1 strength guns. Not too bad there. So what are your make of those, or what's your take on those 4 legions we just talked about, 4 or 5 legions there? I mean, AP3, I'm down for AP3 if it's low priced enough, but I feel like at 20 points it's not, you know what I mean? K for L. Yeah, there's no overdose, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm just reading it like I see it. There used to be an overdose, like you got doubles when you were rolling dice and all that, and that was pretty dope to see. But I guess there's no drawback. There doesn't seem to be a drawback to really any of this stuff, to be quite honest. Yeah, no, it's no siege breaker, sure, but it doesn't suck. And I feel like Slaanesh has really kind of been the redheaded stepchildren of 40K for a while now, and for them to actually get some stuff that's pretty dope and would actually kind of coax people into picking that legion, or even bringing them out of retirement and putting them on a tabletop, I feel like is really dope. The drawback is you're playing Slaanesh. You can take that back, you monster. Oh. So, K Farrell, supposedly these are what they are, and they have a name on it coming from that one podcast, Combat Phase. So if they are wrong and they made this up, well, they're gonna get probably made fun of. A lot of fingers are gonna point at them. So I feel like it's probably legit in some way. Maybe there's some transcription errors, maybe something like that. Who knows? Let's take a look at the gallery over here. You can find out how you can upload your own picture, but we're not going to show any more tonight, but just for next time, Z's. I see my castle in here. Alright, let me click on this. Boom. Screw Chaos, have a real legion. There is a dope Thunderwolf, looking good. I like that axe effect up there. Actually, I can't tell who that is. You gotta put your name on your work, or else you don't get credit. And here's still one more name with the Castigator. Is that a Castigator? A little bit of delay on the load there. Yep, that's a Castigator. Oh, you sent me this last night. I remember now. I like that pose. Like he's like blasting and ready to like kind of step up and just kind of jab, jab, jab. That is pretty dope. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's good posing. I really like what you did here with this belt. This belt is actually really tough. I set off my smoke detectors when I was converting the one I did, the one you see in all the pictures and stuff for Patreon, that's blue. And I actually set off my smoke detectors, spending so much heat to heat this thing up and try to bend it through the whole width of the Warcaster Retro. Thank you for the follow. That I set off my smoke detectors and I actually cracked it. Because I was like, oh no, and I like put it in the water so quick that it actually cracked it, and I had to use a Cat5 cable to convert a replacement. If you ever look close at the picture of the blue one I did, you'll see that it's actually Cat5 cables wrapped in tape and cut up to look like there's wires and stuff in there. But yeah, I like this pose. He's looking down, the sword's coming in like he's a Spartan. Pretty dope. I like it. Ooh, we got some Ironheadeds coming in with some Noise Marines. Now these are the old, what do you want to call them? Conversion, upgrade, whatever you want to call them, for the old 1000 Submarines. You got the Sonic Blasters. This is the Blastmaster, I believe. Oh, I see what you did here. So he used the conversion. There was an accessory sprue. And the accessory sprue, can you see my mouse? No, you can't see my mouse. Oh, I need to set that up too, if I can. So this, on the right here, the guy with the Blastmaster with the big long gun has that crazy, like, kind of tentacle face, kind of stupid face. We'll call it a stupid face coming out there. And that was from the Chaos Accessory sprue. So it was really neat how you can kind of convert, not only using the pewter guys, but when they came out with the second sprue that had all the accessory parts on it, that's actually a Corn helmet. The second one there in the middle, I believe that's a Corn helmet that he converted over to be Emperor's Children. And then the one in the back, yeah, the one in the back is actually a Nurgle helmet with the little skull horns up. Let's see what else. That's all I see there. Those look good, dude. I really like that metallic kind of pink type deal. It goes very well with the golds and the steels there. Very, very flamboyant. Can we say flamboyant? JP Gray, thanks for checking in, bud. I'm excited to be here as well. It's a lot of work to get here, but it's been pretty fun so far, and I can't wait to refine this whole process here, and really get it working there. Thank you for sharing your models, guys. Kenny, I'm glad you could get on the finally getting the work in progress gallery. Pretty dope to see your stuff always. I love going to your site sometimes and looking through all your old plastic there. So that, I think, is about it for tonight. Now, everybody that's on the stream, don't leave. Stay on for like 5 minutes or so, just in the chat, and I'm gonna dole off some free catnaps. That's our currency here, just for hanging out with us and giving us some ideas on things and some troubleshooting tips. If you have any ideas for segments on here, I got a lot of ideas floating around in my head. You can email me, support@SpikeyBits. You can hit me up on Facebook, of course. Friend me if we're not friends already. I'm friends with pretty much everybody that asks to be my friend. Love talking to you guys when I'm online, on Facebook and everything. K Farrell, out of all the legions, which set of rumors is my favorite? Well, I would have to say I really like the Nurgle ones. I think the Emperor's Children might be the best. The Berserkers are the most flavorful, I feel like, for sure. And I love my Iron Warrior ones too. But sight unseen, I really want to get my hands on this book and start digging into it, really getting that Dev's hobby juices going, because there's so many different ways to go with this thing. And remember, there's so many supplements out there. And you got psychic powers in the mix. Now you got T-Suns that are really cool and can do a lot of things. We collectively pop the cherry on the Spiky Bit stream. Ew, there's nothing dirty about that. Nothing at all. So I think we've definitely gone over an hour. So if you were here, you gotta.
I'm doing my part too.
Chandy68, thank you for the follow. So probably a lot of people got a lot of raffle tickets tonight, regardless. Check back on Monday. We will be promoting the time that we will be streaming, and also what we're going to do for prize packs, which is probably going to be basically the 1,000 Suns releases split into 2 different things. Now we have a lot of different things that we're going to be giving away as well in the future. Once we unbox them, some stuff's going to go to Patreon, some stuff's going to go to this. We got it. Just helping the hobby out everywhere we can there. So stay online for a few minutes. I'm going to go through and try to add catnaps to everybody that's on the stream. Better be after 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. What is it with you people over there on that West Coast? I'm sure it will be though. Are those showing up in the stream? Are the cats showing? Oh, the cats are showing up in the stream. Okay, cool. I thought they weren't working, but I guess they are. That's awesome. Okay. Thank you for the follow. We have to get home. No. All right. Well, this was fun, guys. Thank you for helping pop the cherry on the stream tonight. Stay online for a hot minute, and I'm gonna hook everybody up with some raffle off catnips. Keyword. What kind of Tom Cruise gibberish you talking about, Kenny? Oh, just give away some catnaps? Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna try. Hopefully I don't crash the stream again. Alright, let's do a keyword raffle. For, let's see, reset. catnap.
I'm doing my part.
Get you an extra. Lethal Larissa, thank you for the follow. Keyword catnap, all lowercase.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Asmodai 650, thank you so much for the follow. The raffle item will be one nap of the cats.
I'm doing my part too.
Mr. DR Banks, thank you for the follow. Alright, we are going to give everybody a minute. And go. Oh, no, did it? Oh, I gotta hit start twice. Start. Yay, it worked, I think. Maybe. There it is. Type in exclamation point catnap to enter. How many people we got in here? Oh, 63 viewers. Wow. Thanks so much, guys. That's dope. I don't know why you'd want to spend your Saturday night with me, but I'll take it. I'm all over this. I feel like if I allow you guys to buy me shots and drinks on my birthday, that I will get so wasted. I'm gonna have to eat a lot before that one. It's gonna be nuts. Oh, I gotta put up the screen. Yeah. It's all these ideas and things. Raffle window. Raffle window. Boom. 5 seconds left. There it is. We have technology. Alright, it's over.
I'm doing my part too.
Dr. FG Lowell, thank you for the follow. Alright. Let's draw a winner for a nap of the cats. CMAC 83. You are a winner. I think I can add this CMAC 83. Let's see. Let's try it. We're all gonna learn together. You get a catnap, and you get a catnap. Can I sort by name? Oh my god, so good. You get a catnap. Add points. 1. Everybody, not everybody, but CMAC got a catnap. Yay! Draw another 2 winners. Alright, let's draw another 2 winners. Raffle. Draw a winner. Mafus 101 and Sin4 Game 69. You are winners of naps for cats. Let's see. Everybody give him a thanks or a congrats. Mafus 101. Alright, let's give you some catnap loving. Mafus 101.
I'm doing my part.
I'm
Add
doing my
points.
part too.
For Science 1985, I love your name. Thank you for the follow. And we'll go. Who's the other winner? Who is the other winner? Too many moving parts. Nope. Mafus and Sin4 Game. Ah, there we go. Boom. Add points. 1. Alright, bookkeeping out of the way. Everybody stay online. You will all get a free catnap because we hired you. Thank you for staying up with us. Good night, everybody.
Spiky Bits. Make sure you stay in the trenches by becoming a supporter over on Patreon and also scoring yourself some free miniature swag in the process. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out our site, spikybits.com, for all the hot hobby tutorials, news, rumors on all your favorite hobby topics. And head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.